Hi, Scorpio. If you want to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence in the spirit of October. Your spooky ink blot with red and black ink. We'll add on tarot and oracle, of course. And we have Ghost Tube here, kicking for any audio additions that may further inspire or irritate. Receive or release freely, of course. So Scorpios, thank you so much for joining me, for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights, and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. I'm going to take a moment here because I'm seeing some tough love happening. No bull, no gruff, get her done kind of vibe. So I love it. If you'd like to take a moment with me to close the eyes. Cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. I'm also seeing like an old school like film projector. You know, I guess depending on your age, you might remember them from school. You know, the two wheels or like old movies. Okay, so digging into your ink here. So I'm seeing like a mustachio, big hair, arms down. I feel like, yeah, let's go time. Let's do this. Maybe even something about your elbows and range of motion. I don't know if there's something going on in that area. Kind of getting like biker dude vibes or bike dudette vibes, biker vibes. Like just that's... It's like a persona. I feel tough. I feel strong. You know, bikers are some of the nicest people I've met. So, you know what I mean? I'm not going on stereotypes, but it feels like no gruff. No gruff. We're going to get her done, Scorps. And that's what it feels like. I'm going to get her done. And then there's a big old crown up here. And this crown is actually, if I dive deep into it, I'm seeing like two eyes and a nose. So there's some sort of bird coming through. But I'm seeing it like a Batman mask, but it's like of a different bird. What is that? Something of a different tune. Something of a different da-da-da. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the saying is. I don't think it's the point. But it's like Batman, but not Batman. Like the Batman mask, but it's not Batman. It's a different bird. Kind of like a masquerade, but not a mask. No, it's not masquerade vibes. Anyway, so
Greetings.
this whole thing, greetings, is like a crown up here. And the deeper I go into this crown, I can see in the landscape, like there's mountains. Okay, there's mountains. And the spaceship is rising up. You know what I'm saying? You know, wandering into that lovely land. So it's like the earth or this mountain opens up. And I'm also seeing it like a lotus. Whether it's a spaceship, alien, angels, an awareness, something I project out of myself. Could be, Sam might mean something to someone when I'm astral traveling, or a concept, a seed, a thought I have, get her done, and I release it. Okay, I'm also seeing it like a drone, and I send it out. Some Scorps, you might be very skilled at perception projectiles and sending things out to scope or snoop okay, and I'm saying this again, not in a bad way, or no, that's not the right word, in a malicious way maybe. What I mean is, like, I'm thinking of Tesla. That's what's coming through. And I believe it was Tesla, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but it's not the point. He had the ability, and I'm sure there's others, that could play it out or engineer it out, build it up, whatever it is, in their mind first, like in their imagination. Like I'm seeing whiteboards and stuff. It doesn't have to be fully internalized. But that's kind of how it's making me feel. I'm thinking about something, maybe you're building something, or you're thinking, how do I restructure this? Or whether it's a company or whatever it is. And I can send out this thought to like do legwork for me, to like see what's ahead, almost kind of like prophecy stuff, but it's not, it's weird. Scorps, it's not even like it's prophetic because I'm consciously doing it. Anyway, I don't know what else to say about that. I want to bring this down for a moment here so I can like dig into this. And one day I will get a camera so you can join me in this, in the dig in, to get her done. Let's do this. I'm seeing, two things in my eyes. I am seeing a dog on a surfboard. somebody might have a channel, like a YouTube channel or something that they provide content for that's with them, like the lifestyle stuff. As well, I'm seeing a rocking horse from maybe when I was a kid. Something also the way I'm seeing emotions at play. Excuse me. There's definitely some alien vibes going on in here. I'm just going to say it. I dig it, but hopefully you can interchange the word or the energy of that with whatever makes you feel well. Because Scorpio, you got some sort of infinite energy flow. Preserve your power. Interesting. And like earlier on, sorry, I'm going to shift. Earlier on, it was like projecting out. But it's like, that's what it feels like. This lotus or this mountain of your temple, it's like you preserve and let it out at a certain time. In the meantime, you preserve the gate, like the gate's open. Okay, it's connected to your heart. Yes, it's connected to your heart. If I can. So I'm back up here. And see how, depending on the lighting, that red balloon, it's released out. And then even like the dress down here comes into this, the negative space of it. Ooh. I'm being crowned for something that I've accomplished. I'm seeing butterflies kind of float in, or like the little white moths. Suddenly I'm seeing snowflakes become, not to say that they already aren't in their own way, shape, or form, cellular, molecular level, I'm not sure, sentient. I'm seeing, if you've ever watched the YouTube channel, The Y Files, and he has the little fish, and I'm hearing him say, I'm a fierce but fair ruler, or something along that lines, and that's what I'm seeing. His name is Hecklefish, and he has like these fun things the way he says it, and that's what I'm seeing in there. A fierce but fair ruler, or something along that lines. Scorpios, I feel like you're might be a little hard on yourself sometimes.
I'm stuck.
And I just heard, but it's just, I feel like it's justified. Hopefully you're not punishing yourself or something, but preserving for the point in which, because I'm seeing like the skeleton. Blush, love is blooming. I feel like this is what I want, or this is where I'm in. And it's almost like I might be holding back a little bit. Love is blooming. Romantic, platonic, career, corporate. Where my frequency of love is being invested in. If I'm in a relationship, I feel a little hesitant to really like show them my real self, because I'm really like a gusher, a mush, you know what I mean? Like I'm really just a softie. And then even like stereotypically, like the big biker person, so tough, but they're really a softie. And they're really a softie because that's what they protect and preserve, is that strength of their softness as well. And they care the things they might do for the community, their family, their extended family. Do you know what I'm saying? That's worth protecting. If it's in relation to a job, or again along that lines, I feel like you just might be punishing yourself over something. But I kind of want to relish in the blush a little bit, like color coming into my skin and color coming into my crown, because there's been something that's released into the wild. I don't know who he is, but somebody's watching. Somebody might feel like they're on the hamster wheel. So I feel like I got like wandered into a weird space there. Scorps, but I probably should stop apologizing. It is what it is, and I appreciate you being here and for liking, sharing, and subscribing if you haven't already. What's going on? Yeah, there's a deeper meaning to all of this. Like, even see how in your ink blot, like, all the red is up here, and like this dragonfly. Self-love, self-care. I feel like I've been putting out things
Closer.
to attract a mate or a job, to manifest people, friends. I want to feel healed. I want to feel healed. And I got to start with me. I think I've said it earlier, and if I didn't, I apologize. I feel like I might be punishing myself over something. And I'm realizing, or maybe you already have, and I'm just receiving the wisdom, so thank you. I'm realizing that isn't the way to restore this, to restore what I'm responsible for. I also have a realization that I am truly an infinite being, an infinite interdimensional being. Something about a moose might mean something to somebody. And I'm seeing yachts. Bougie. It's total celebratory. I'm seeing like yachts or speedboats or something along that line. Some sort of boat. And to be honest with you, it could be just like, it could be any boat and it would be bougie. Boats are not cheap. Or at least out here anyway. Something happened somewhere. Sorry if I'm jumping all over timelines, but if, you know,
Open it.
Receive or release what parts of the scry is for you. Thank you for holding space for others to receive their message. Because I'm seeing like Hiroshima. Yeah, that's the word that came through. So, is it just about something like dropping a bomb? I think something happened. It happened to my heart. Whether it was self-inflicted or it did something, I might be carrying some guilt that's holding me down. Okay. Let go and identity. Lighten your load. Make your own choices. This is very self-reflective. Scorpios, like this is deep, deep stuff. But what I want to focus on as this deep, deep stuff, and it even says there's a deeper meaning. Like I feel like things on the surface, and it's funny, as you said, do you want to play? Funny, not funny. But I was looking at the red balloon and like, what is it? Stephen King's It came through and I'm like, oy vey, do I want to play? It's like I want to get out of this horror movie of my heart. That's what it makes me feel like. But I say that, and it's not funny. It's just how I'm going to move through the feeling. But love is blooming because you have figured it out. You have figured something out, at least how it makes me feel like, whether I'm punishing myself, self-inflicting, or looking for a mate, looking for a new job. It's like, oh my goodness. I realize I might have been... And by focusing on what I want, realizing what I was embodying. And it actually wasn't the same attributes. Like I was embodying whatever, but asking for positive and realizing, oh, I've been slowly embodying those positive attributes, traits, skills, jobs, whatever it is, partner. And it has been helping my healing. But it's almost like before, or at some point in time, I don't know. I'm going to go in two directions here. I hung my hurt up like in bird feeders. Like the blood of my sacrifices, my pains, and I expected to attract something, someone off that elixir. And now I'm realizing I put my passions out. The things I care about, my vulnerabilities. Yeah, I care about books. I like to read, let's just say, or whatever it is. I guess I'm not really good at expressing those. I really like gardening, even though you're like a big bad biker dudette, whatever this persona is. But you can also enjoy doilies. Do you know what I'm saying? I know they're extreme, but hopefully you can understand what I'm saying. And it's like, oh, suddenly I'm gonna lead with those. And I'm seeing dream catchers as well. Something about dream catchers being placed out. I want to come back to these alien and angel things because they keep calling me in, and I'm just gonna go in to help close this out with the elbows, because it's like getting to work. I'm good. How are you? I'm in the Scorpio reading. This is intense. And if I didn't say so already, we will flip it later on in a different reading so we can get perspective possibilities, because I'm sure you're used to it by now, but I just yammer on for a long time, but I do love it. I'm seeing sphinxes. Yeah, there's sphinxes around my heart. Something about a library of love. Seeing pirates, like the swordy things, and like they're very specific to have like this fancy thing around around their hand, protecting financial security perhaps. Somebody might play paintball. I'm seeing gorillas, silverback. This silverback gorilla is so sweet. Okay, right? There's that. Yeah. Okay, so it's not even a misconception. It's like seeing the gorilla or a silverback. I don't know. I'm not privy to knowing knowledgeably, intellectually all these things. Okay. And they are to be respected because of their strength, right? Like their super strength versus a human. Comparatively to a human, not versus. Comparatively. There's a respect to that. But I am seeing this gorilla like holding a bird so sweetly. The kindness. The purity. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm seeing up there.
Come inside.
All right. Closing out messages for Scorpio. Defense, creativity. You get your paranormal poker hand here. Destiny. Who else had these cards? Possibly Taurus, if that's anywhere in your chart. Equilibrium. Protection. Concealment. Yeah, you might be hiding some of the things that you really care about. Maybe it's not. If there's a reason, you know the reason. Okay, let me share these with you. Aliens and angels. I want to talk about it, but just something. It's almost like Scorpio saying, you don't need to say it. In case there's a cross-watcher. Like, just don't say it. This Lotus Mountain releasey thing. Conceal it. Put it back together so it looks like a mountain. Nobody's none the wiser. Scorpios. Amazing. Creativity and defense. Protection. Destiny. Equilibrium. And then what came unseen is passion. I hope those mean something to you. Please follow your own intuition versus my yammerings. I'm going to take a quick boo here. I feel like I have many types of vehicles. Chair of my arm is very squeaky. Okay. Passion, heart, absolutely has been coming through a lot. With this crown and love, passion and love, and whatever that frequency is that I'm investing in. I'm equalizing something. And like I said, I think it's like that with that, badass to
Lisa,
or that persona, and to the strength of my other softer personas. Like, I don't think I'm saying that well, but I feel like hopefully you know what I mean. Because it feels very admiring. I don't even know. Admirable and authentic to very specific people. Again, it kind of comes into that feeling that are like tried and true, your do or die people. That's what it feels like. And I'm not trying to say it's, only for the select few and that's to be revered. But there's something in this aura about that. Because I, in turn, whatever my choices are, wherever my love and passion is invested in, I also, like the gorilla silverback thing, am so kind to the bird, but I also, it's my responsibility in that reciprocity to defend and protect. So you might also be like a police officer, or again, military, something along that lines. And I'm equalizing that within myself, healing guilt if I've had to do things, especially if being in a position of service or protector, and maybe I've had to see and do things that other people wouldn't understand, but they're grateful I was in the position to have to do them.
What do you want?
But now I need to soften and be allowed to be taken care of a little bit, to receive from others that are in their space of strength of service. Therapist, maybe it's your husband, your wife, your partner, your soul family, your soul tribe, healings, whatever the case is, and trusting in them to now in the receiving and the reciprocity. Be like, hey, this is where we step up. And maybe it could even be something simple as somebody cooking for you and bringing you food, heart-warming food. Maybe you're somebody that doesn't cook a whole lot, and they are bringing you, like, they can cook. So they can cook like lasagnas and, borsches and soups, and I don't know why. That's where I'm going. Oh, it's the Polish in me. These hearty things that make you remember the nourishing attributes. Anyway, okay. Scorps, thank you so much for being my muse. Truly, truly, truly. I hope I didn't butcher this, because it is a large, lovely reading that is littered with meanings well beyond my capacity to understand. But I do feel like whatever it is that you are creating in your life, the contemplations, the connections, whatever you choose in your passions and protection, and your yachts of your mind, emotional balance, whatever bombs that may have been dropped before, everything's kind of like coming to an equal playing field.
Supporters. And
I will defend my divinity, and I will defend my destiny. But I also will be very mindful of preserving my power so it's not wasteful. Like the hunter, like I'm seeing that hunter in the forest, and they're being silent and still, like they don't go running about. Do you know what I'm saying? Poise, power, love, and marriage. Okay, I'm going to let you go. Until next time, Scorps, thank you so much. I'll see you again soon.